One of the things that I'm always curious about when I look at YouTube covers and tutorials is some of the guitars in people's collections. And, I do have a few nice guitars, and you've seen them in my videos that I post, but I thought I might share with you just kind of what they all look like in one place. I live in a part of the country that gets pretty dry, especially in the wintertime. And then in the summer, late spring and summer, the humidity comes up, so it's not too bad. But I was always reluctant to have any like fine guitars because of my ability to care for them properly. As you know, the humidity can or the lack thereof can do a lot of damage to a guitar. So if you're gonna have a fine guitar, you need to really be able to care for it. Make sure that it reaches that 45 to 55% humidity level, so the wood on it doesn't start pulling apart, or you don't see the saddle separate a little bit, or the pick guard, or even develop cracks, or if it's in cold weather, it can get that checking on it. So that's why the guitar that is like the white whale for a lot of people is to find like an old Martin from the 30s or 40s that's been in someone's attic. Well, I would hope that it would be in someone's attic in a place like Mississippi or Louisiana, where it's just got great humidity year round to preserve the condition of that wood. But anyway, so several years ago, my wife had her dad make a humidor for me for my guitars, and that's when I was able to start, building a small collection of nice guitars. There's nothing amazing that I have in my collection. They're guitars that I bought. Only one of them is an old guitar. The rest of them were purchased new. But each one of them has a special story to me, and I thought I'd share that today. So here we go. This is my humidor. I'll kind of come back here so you can see what it looks like. It's just a cabinet, and then down below there's storage. That's where the habitat monitor is. You could probably fit a couple of guitar cases down there. I have it full of all my music stuff that I use to support my guitar habit, like my string changing stuff, and a bag that has some guitar supplies. But anyway, so here let me show you. It's just a beautiful cabinet that my father-in-law made for me. It's got museum lighting. And so here we go. I'll just take it from my right to left, and we'll start with this one right here, which is a 1950 0018 that my dad found in a pawn shop. And I don't know what he gave for it or traded for it. Probably some old Corvette parts, I'm guessing. But when I got it, it didn't sound right. It sounded like a real tinny and like a child's toy. And so I took it to a very reputable luthier here in town, and it had to have a neck reset, and it had a crack on the top of it that needed to be repaired. But when I got it back, oh my gosh, what a difference it made in tone. And it's a skinny guitar, but it really booms. It just, back in the 1940s and about 1950, this is a 1950 Martin. They just built them in a way that it really projects a lot of sound. This guitar here is a special one for a couple of reasons. Number one, it was my first Martin. It's a DCPA4, and the second part that makes it special to me is that it was signed. I'm trying to get where you can see the signature by one of my heroes, Gordon Lightfoot. He autographed it for me, and I have a photo of him doing that, and a cool picture of me standing next to him with that guitar in my hand. This one here is a really nice guitar. If my house were burning down, I could only run back and get one material item. It would be probably this guitar. This is a Sinker Mahogany D18 Sunburst. and I think it's one of 25 that were made that year. It's got mahogany on the back and sides that was sunk underwater for hundreds of years in Belize. And at the time, I wanted a sunburst guitar, and this is Adirondack spruce on the top, and it just really has a nice warm sound. Now, this one here is a guitar that I got from my wife. She got this for me. It's a D41 custom amber tone. I got it through My Favorite Guitars in Florida. And this guitar I liked it because it's kind of blingy. It's got all the not ivory, the pearl inlays and the trim on it, and it's a really nice guitar. Has a rich bass sound that is really nice. And then this one here, this is my 1931 HD 28 Authentic. And this guitar is special because this is the one that Martin found serial number 1 of the original 1931 D28. It's a 12 fret, and it's got the slotted headstock. And what's cool about that is this is the one that Richard Gere owned serial number 1. Martin bought it from him, and they sent it to the Smithsonian and had it scanned so their luthiers in the custom shop could see how it was constructed with hide glue and cloth strips and all the ways they did it back in those days to give it such a unique sound and quality. Anyhow, so that's my Martins that are in my humidor, and hopefully one day I'll have some more. My dream guitar is to have a 1948 D18, but I'm not a luthier, so there's some risk that goes into buying old guitars. So it's going to probably be a little while before I can pull that off, but I look forward to it one day. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that quick tour, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.